Good morning, seventh graders. We have spent the last couple of days talking about how to solve an equation for a variable or for the letter y. And our purpose of doing all of that was to get ready for solving systems of equations. Now, you've probably never seen a system of equations before, so this is going to be new. Worries me a little bit that I'm not there to actually teach you in person, but we will do our very best and hopefully it goes well. So we're going to take it very slow, and we're going to actually spend quite a few days on solving systems of equations. So this is just day one. We're going to solve by substitution, but before we get to that, we need to understand what a system of equations looks like. So just a little bit each day, and hopefully it will go well. Okay, here we go. So a system of equations is a set of two or more equations that contain two or more variables. So the variables that you are typically going to see are x and y. Okay, that is our most common set of variables. So you are going to see a lot, if I can get my board to work here, give me just a second. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of equations where you have an x and a y variable. Okay, and we are working on finding the solution to those systems of equations. So just having a solution of y equals something is not going to be enough. We are going to need an entire solution of both x and y. So right here is a set of values, and it's also written as an ordered pair. Okay, so the way this is going to look is something like this, and all you're going to do today is tell whether the given ordered pair is a solution to the system. Okay, so right here, this is the solution, or that's our question, is it the solution? Okay, so we want to check. Now remember, in an ordered pair, it always goes x and y. So we want to substitute those values into these equations and see if they work. So let's try -2 and 2 for x and y. So in the first equation, we'd have -2 plus 3 times 2 equals 4. And we need to see if that's true. 3 times 2 is 6, and -2 plus 6 is 4. So 4 equals 4. It works. Now it works in the first one. We need to check if it works in the second one. So we're going to check this one. We have -2 plus y is 2 should equal 2. And -2 is +2. Plus 2 is 4. And 4 does not equal 2. So therefore we would say it's not a solution. Okay, because it did not work. So let's try another one. So this time we have 5, 2. Remember, 5 is our x and 2 is our y, and we're going to substitute into the first one first. So we have 2/5 times 5 minus 2 should equal 0. Well, 2/5 times 5, this would be 5/1. We're multiplying fractions, so we can cancel diagonally. So really that's just 2 minus 2, which is 0. So it works in the first equation. Now let's try the second one. So we have 3 times 5 minus 2 equals 13. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 2 is 13. Okay, so it does work. So we would say, yes, this is a solution. Because it does work in both equations, so that's a solution to the system. Okay, now some of you may feel like you are good to go and start working on your homework at this point. If you are not, go ahead and listen to the next couple of examples just to get a better feel for it. Okay, so again, we have x and y. Okay, if x is 1 and y is 3, we're going to put them into this first equation. I'm going to do it right down here. 2 times 1 plus 3 should equal 5. and we check that. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5, so it works. Okay, now we want to check the second equation. So we have negative 2 times 1 plus 3 should equal 1. That's negative 2 plus 3, which is 1. So we would say yes, it is a solution to that system of equations. Okay, last one we are going to check. Again, we have x and y, and we need to see if they work. So we have 2 minus 2 times negative 1 should equal 4. Okay, we're working on this first equation. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So we have 2 minus, hang on a second, 2 minus negative 2, which is 2 plus 2, which is 4. And so the first one does work. Now let's check the second one. So we have 3 times 2 plus negative 1 should equal 6. This is 6 plus negative 1. Well, that is 5. So that does not work. So we would say no, it is not a system of equations. It's not a solution to the system of equations. Okay, so now your job is to do a couple problems like this as homework. It shouldn't take you very long, but I do want to see that work of how you checked it and whether it works, yes or no. So just make sure you're showing your work along the way. You're only going to have 2 problems to do, so it shouldn't take you that long. Okay, have a wonderful day, and we will see you again on Monday.